Hello and welcome back to the Dolecast, return of the solo episode. But folks, this week we have a special drop-in from a huge comedian guest. It's all coming up on this week's episode of the Dolecast. But before we get into it, we gotta plug some gigs. Just you wait a wee second, man. Know what you're like. We've got to plug a few gigs. We've got Dolecast live on the 25th of April. It's gonna be unbelievable. This big guest on today's episode will potentially be there. I'm not saying I don't want to give too many names away of who the panel is or what's happening, but there's rumors he might be in the building. He might be joining the panel. We'll see what's happening. But come and get your tickets to that on the 25th of April. Secondly, we are doing the B Team in Limelight in June the 27th. Tickets are starting to fly out for that. So definitely get on to those and enjoy the show. A lot of people have been wondering. I've been hyping it up on the Instagram stories this week. Who is our big special guest this week? And I think, you know what, the only way to reveal it is by just letting him chat to himself. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest this week is myself. Hello. How are you, mate? I'm doing good, yeah. How are we? That is a callback to last week's episode with Dan Leith. Full of callbacks. Well, that, I mean, we are. You know, we like to call ourselves the king of the clones? Transitions, but okay. Folks, a lot of people are looking at me here. You know, they're watching this going, Daniel, you're looking at me like I have two heads. But maybe because you do. Maybe we do. But I'll tell you, I'll let you in on what the crack is here, folks. So we'll refer to me as Daniel 1, and what do you want to go off? I like to mix things up sometimes and be like Daniel 2, Daniel B, Daniel C, or Daniel B. Houston. Daniel B. Houston? Yeah. I've got a wee name tag on it. That's good. Daniel B. Houston. Hey, yeah, we'll do that. I go to like TGI Fridays, you know, eat all the food and all, put a wee trench coat on, you know. See, I know what you're doing here because obviously we are the same. I know that you're going for a wee Into the Spider-Verse thing. You're going off that Peter B. Parker thing. It's good. It's not your best, but it's not your best. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not our best, but it is. I see where you're going with it. To fill the listeners in on a bit of context here, because I understand people are going witchcraft. It's not. It's not, folks. It's very simple. When you boil it down, the brass tacks. It's very simple. It is. It's basically. When was it now? Probably. I don't know. Maybe like just over a year ago. Yeah, I think so. I basically got an email on the old. Well, it was in the junk. It was in the junk, and I was just an email from a company, and they were like, "Listen, we are thinking of running a trial basically for these clones," and I was like, "Yeah." So basically, 2 weeks later, here you were, arrived at the door, just popped out of the box. I send off fingernail. I send off not a full one, like a wee clipping. Just a clip. That's send a wee, put that in a wee plastic baggie. You would be surprised. That's just what they need. They don't need any more. Yeah, that's kind of mad. Do you want to do a tier list at the end of this? Yeah. We'll see if we've got time. Is it just does it involve sandwiches? Oh yeah, because I did that. Well, we did that. We'll get into it. Can I just say? Yeah, I just say for the folks at home, that was you. I take a hit sometimes. You do. What did you take the hit on? That's a fun idea. Well, let's go through some podcasts and see what some of our lesser viewed episodes and see what ones you took the hit on. I'll say this: I was supposed to do last week's. You stepped in. Pete Giffen, that was you. I not saying that was a bad episode because you enjoyed it. No, Pete's a lovely guy. But you were just unavailable. I was, yeah. Basically, folks, I sort of do the job. You know, if Daniel can't do the podcast, I'll step in and do it for him. Or his gigs as well. You did? What did you do recently? When You did that one on
Beehive? I did Beehive.
You did Beehive. Yeah, you did a good one on Beehive as well. And that killed me. That really wrecked me.
But
and then I went out and dyed my hole last Friday. Where were you? Sitting in your scratcher in the house.
But if I'm winning, you're winning. We're both winning.
Well, the brand is winning. Speaking of which, you've been banging on about this because obviously, I went to Madden's last night and nearly shot myself in the head on the way home. But we'll get on to it. But I started watching Severance last night.
Ooh, good. Yeah. I've been telling
you and Aaron, producer of the podcast.
He's here.
He is here. Shout out. You guys have been banging on me to get started in the old Severance. I haven't finished the first episode because last night I put the podcast to export and was just watching until the podcast was exported. I'm enjoying it.
Severance is kind of like this.
There's a little there's a wee bit of overlap. What did you do? You did.
I'll say this. There's been
Conor Rhymes, Daniel Quinn. You did.
I did.
We'll say no more.
We'll not pass that on.
We'll say no more. Shout out to the guys. Now you've had a lot of past marketable stuff to say about Daniel Quinn. Something that I don't personally go for, but
I'm like 95% you. 5% to me has a little bit of flame in my heart. A flame in the old chest. 100%. I can't help but tell people how I feel about them sometimes, whereas maybe you are more, you'd lie and say it in a WhatsApp group or something, but I just tell it to their face. There's been a few comedians. I'm not dropping names here, folks, but
drop. Well, I wouldn't drop names. You, because this is what people don't get.
We're blowing roofs off bars.
Oh, what's he like? I think it's the sort of thing that we listen and we don't judge, but we absolutely do.
Yeah, well,
who do you think judges more, me or you?
Well, so I think you judge more.
Yeah,
I act more.
Yes, because basically, we're trying not to get into this.
Yeah.
Basically, if I need something done, I send you out, and
will I do a good job of it?
Yes, 90%. There was that business in Bristol.
Yeah,
but. That is water under the bridge, even though there isn't a bridge anymore after that.
Why you didn't put it on your Instagram story?
No.
There was nothing,
Well, that's it.
Well, listen, there's people that don't even know.
That's it. The first... So folks, here's a fun fact. Any episode with Ben Davidson, I have not listened to it. Like,
loser.
Oh, guy, I hate that guy. You see him? We have I was in France the other week. I know you're house sitting here, but we were in France the other week, and the gig, the vlog will be out by now.
Lovely.
It comes out. We're recording this on Wednesday, and it'll be out this Friday. And man, he is a proper loser.
Well, I'll just say for the folks at home, I was actually supposed to go to Paris as well, and unfortunately, some family issues I had to pull out. And you would expect, the thing is, being a clone, a lot of the family issues, they kind of just take 50-50.
Take a turns. Yeah.
So, had to go.
Do you think if my parents got divorced, one of us would go and live with my mum and one of us would go and live with my dad? And who would you prefer?
See, to be honest, mate, I just think the way that we kind of work right now, I think... if you're at our dad's, 1 week, listen, Simon's losing the run on himself.
Yeah, of course.
Doing my absolute nuttering. I'd go over. I'll do a shift for you. I'll cover.
Well,
your
that's
shift.
it. I suppose they never need to know either. This is the beauty of it, folks. And because when you turned up at my house, we're getting all over the place, what we're like. But when you turned up at my house for the first time, because it is funny. It is funny because a lot of people don't know this has been going on for a year, like just over a year, and it's been a hard secret to keep. Even today, shout out to the Belfast Royal Academy first XV team. We went to see their match today in the King's Band at Ravenhill. Unfortunately, didn't go their way. Shout out to the boys. They absolutely put a shift in. Our brother.
Can I also just say?
Yeah.
It was very nice of you to let me sit with Mum and Dad.
Well, that's it. So I sat. It was against Wallace High School. I sat in the Wallace stand, just in case it all kicked off. Because if people see us chatting to each other, like I have you saved as Ryan Hill on my phone, because it's just awkward. Like if I'm like, was it? Sorry. Yeah. Well. Speak your truth. But because it's just it gets awkward if people see us chatting together.
Yeah.
It gets weird.
Can I say it happened once?
Oh,
A girl, you would have thought her eyes were rolling into the back of her head.
You would have thought
I'm
you
serious.
would have thought of flipping. You would have thought ET showing up.
Oh.
And when Ben Davidson's in the room, you would think they had. You know. You did the first John Devlin podcast.
I did.
Because that guy is tough work.
Say this. John kind of outed me on that podcast a little bit. You see, when I was first getting used to the whole clone thing, I used to go by,
because that was 11 months ago, that podcast.
Yeah.
That's probably one of your first.
I think the first month alive. I used to go by Dylan Houston, and that
Just
kept it up for a long time. And have video of that episode, John, and he calls me out. He calls me Dylan.
Yeah,
and I have to Aaron. And Aaron, fair play to him, stepped in.
Yeah,
Listen, his name's Daniel. Keep it that way. And John, in all fairness, he made me had a wee sneaky suspicion before anybody else did. But
I can't stand it, and because I know, because any podcast since, like you did the roast battle with John, because there's just something about him.
Yes,
it grinds my gears, and I don't want to announce anything too quick or anything. But you and John are working on a wee project at the minute. You guys are starting. You had a meeting with it last night.
We sort of pick and choose your battles. I say.
Well, that's it. And he is a battle.
Who wants to do a show with John Devlin? Not many people.
No one.
So,
what I fear is
that's why I'm here.
What I fear is I fear that one day things will become so. He'll become so frustrating that. What I'll have to send a few emails and say, any chance of a Daniel C. Houston knocking about?
I've already sent a few emails.
Have you?
Yeah.
Now I will say, cut that out because folks isn't
we share the same email address.
We do. Separate issue I need to speak to you about after a few websites and subscriptions that I am not happy with.
Under your credit card.
Under my we share debit. Because boys need to eat. But I think the thing is with John Devlin, he's a poison. And I know you like him, but I cannot, live in a macrofelt and everything.
I don't think what you say about him is a bit much. And this
that he's got a tuck back, and
I said he's a sick guy, but you say behind people's backs. Listen. The stuff I say to people's faces is nowhere near as bad as the stuff you say behind people's backs.
Well, that's it, man. That is it. We'll go through a few more here. When did I'm trying to think because we've sort of got to the end of the podcast. You went to New York with my family.
Yes.
So the New York vlog, folks, if people don't know, is Daniel B. Houston, because I was taking care of some other business at that time and couldn't make the trip out.
I just say sometimes. Listen,
it's nice for you to get a break. It's nice for you to get a break as well.
I like your family. I do. See, in bits of moderation. I think that's how we both like it. I can take that. New York for 2 weeks.
It was. I think it was only 5 or 6 days. To be honest, it wasn't even a week. Well, yeah, it would be that flipping crowd.
But seeing New York, saw the Ghostbusters house and lost around myself and I had so many hot dogs. And the thing is, well, people don't actually know. They don't really think about this. You kind of have to maintain the same weight as well.
That's it, and same dress sense.
I don't want to say now. You kind of lost a run of yourself a wee bit.
Yeah, I did, and you kind of sat me down and said, "Listen,
I will step in.
Get the calories tracked
for the next week or two."
The thing is, I'm thinking because I'm on this, especially a big team. I'm undecided about who's gonna do that because I know you've been working hard at gigs and stuff. You genuinely have been, and basically I ask any clips that you see online, folks. That's me asking you to record your set, and I'll review it.
I suppose it just comes down to who's available on the day.
It is, and I think we hit a crossroads, and we both are, and it's a good gig like Limelight. Who does it? I would say because I created you, there is a little bit of a superiority, and I think you need to remember that sometimes.
I mean, I'll take your question. I'll raise it here. Let's just say I might have created you in the comedy world.
Now that's a bold.
I might have created your presence.
It's a bold statement to make. I mean, we'll say this. You know, you've been very open. Because I say stuff behind people's backs, but you've been very open. You know, what open mic comedians do you hate?
Can I just name it?
You go for it.
Fully.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah.
Can I just grab the mic here and say, who else do I not like?
Yeah, go on.
You would have thought listen, Kendrick and Drake, big rap battle, me and I have a lot to say about. I'll say nothing more.
I mean, there you go, folks. Speaking truth.
Yeah.
And do you know what's crazy? You actually gigged with, I'm not going to say you gigged with a few of those people recently.
Well, I did it because
that's it, because I hate
me
them
to, basically.
But speaking of things that we maybe want to take turns and do them. And I think I haven't told you about this yet because I wanted to surprise you in the podcast. So tomorrow morning, this is a real thing I'm doing. Tomorrow morning, I am walking up Cave Hill at 5:45 in the morning, meeting at the Cave Hill car park 5:45 for a uni project. We're doing our live show, recording like our intro. You ever see the old? I mean, I suppose you would be getting reruns of this because you've only been alive about a year. But the old Saturday night takeaway intro, and it's on deck, they're racing through.
Well, I think people. And maybe you forget this too. I have your memory.
So you do. So you do. So you know. Well, that's the thing as well. If we're doing, if I say, "Hey man, I really need some advice," on some stuff, and I come to you.
Well, I'm the best person to speak to.
100%.
Likewise.
You won't get a more solid guy for advice. And like I run a lot of bits by you, and you're like, I really think there's something in that. And I'm like, hey, so do I.
Not in them.
So I'm doing Cave Hill. We're shooting an intro like that, and the show is called Crack of Dawn. So we're the whole thing is we're trying to go up for sunrise and blah blah blah.
Can I just say, cut me out of that one, Chief. Do not put me.
But what I'm asking is, we go back to the superiority thing here of like, I created you, but like I physically created you biologically. I could have just sent the junk on that email. And because I sort of you owe like a sort of life debt to me that you would just get up and do it, like, wouldn't you?
You haven't stopped reminding me.
Yeah, well, that's it. And people also, hey, now. Oh, wrong button. You know what we're like. Yeah. I think it's the sort of thing as well of like, there is a superiority thing. There is. Like, it has to be said. And I think as well, if I really don't want to do something, and I remind you that, your life's not permanent. Because I can get a 𝘿𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐻𝐿, but like this is these are all empty threats because we know each other and we sort of know I'm never really gonna follow through.
I think about killing you all the time.
You think about killing all the time?
Yeah, and I get round to it and I go,
what if we did like a duo act?
Like we get up and do the same jokes, or
I'm trying to think of two jokes. I don't want to get more. So I have a joke with my dog. So let's say we both come on the stage. You open with that, and then
can I just say, great joke.
Great joke. That's one of our favorites. You chuck me the microphone.
I wrote it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sorry, you did. I wrote this next one. You chuck me the microphone. I do my cinema stuff. I have a few bits about the cinema.
I keep it.
You do. Yeah. There's better, but it's getting there. Chuck the microphone back. You do. I have a joke on Beetlejuice. You do one on that. And we go from there. And we could do, because if we came up with half an hour each, this is what I mean. It's time management. If we came up with half an hour each, split that in half, with an hour-long show.
Two Dannies.
There's a podcast. Because this dynamic is kind of working. Like, we're having a laugh.
Yeah. I think the problem is, I don't think people understand how busy we are. Like, I sit here and we do the podcast, and I'm standing at 5 a.m, breaking my balls to get this podcast out, breaking my spleen to get this podcast out. And people might be saying, like, oh, Daniel, why haven't you done an episode with your clone? Or
the world wasn't ready, man. Because it wasn't. Also, have you seen this Trump video?
Probably, you might have sent me it.
The Trump Gaza thing? The AI thing?
Show me it.
I'll show you it. Where do you see this? I'll send you it later, because I don't know how it would work, but I'll send you it later. Don't read into it, but like I think where are we there? Because you would know.
Why we haven't done the? We haven't done the podcast together.
Yes, it's the world's not ready for that, and part of it, because this is even a big step. I think Aaron, you just change the camera there, the producer, because we've hit 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're good to go now.
Solid guy.
He is, he's a good lad. I think the thing is with doing a podcast like this now, because this is a big step in itself, in that there is genuinely a possibility that I don't get booked for as many gigs, because people go, well, he's doing half the work, because if he doesn't,
but taking the full pay.
yeah, well, that's it, man. Well, sometimes I've kind of quietly let it slip to bookers of gigs that there's two of us, because I'm like, possible double pay. So I go, listen, there's two of us traveling down.
It'd be nice if we get really lazy. Like,
Definitely.
you'll do like 3 minutes, and I'll get up and do the next 5.
And a lot of the time people don't notice. I'm wearing different clothes.
People are stupid.
But you are, because you do interest me genuinely in that, like, you're obviously enough like me that people haven't noticed for a year. Like a year, and people haven't noticed. What are some of your interests, likes, dislikes that may actually differ from just
I
me?
think the thing is,
because you're a big Israel guy.
Right.
Listen, if you don't want to get into it, we can move past it.
I'll say this. I think Owen Sloan kind of put it best with all the stuff he was saying on the podcast.
Because you were off screen for that one.
Yes. I'm agreeing.
You were putting a few gestures up.
Oh, yeah.
That I kind of said to you after. Well, that was it. But I was kind of a bit iffy on, because I don't agree with that stuff.
I don't know, Mike. I
You know,
thought
Mike.
it was 2v1 on Owen Sloan, and I thought Owen Sloan was saying a lot of stuff about Trump and Gaza and Israel, and people just weren't really listening to him. I also am people might not know this, but I'm a bit of a claustrophobe.
Are you?
Yeah.
See, I'd be afraid of heights. Do you get that as well?
Heights are fine.
What?
I think in the cloning process somewhere, like a wee tiny
Do you ever get those boys that go caving and then just die?
Oh, I've been there.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's like, oh, honey, away down the caves here, and then choke to death down a wee small cave.
Tell
Like,
me, the second, mate, listen, I see any hole, I'll jump into it.
that's disgusting. No, there's where we differ. There's where we differ.
Bit of darkness.
Because obviously I have Connie, my girlfriend, who's been on multiple podcasts.
Well,
She's not our girlfriend.
No.
And you've
No,
tried. I know you've tried, but
we shouldn't really talk about it. There's been a few nights. Nothing major. I can't be bothered taking her out to the ice skating or something. Or
last Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
I couldn't be bothered with
You were
it.
just back from Paris.
Just back from Paris, I said, brother, here's the cash. You take her out.
Do you know what?
Good
She
gracious.
had a lovely time.
She did. But you know what? She called me a cracker. Because then she goes, oh, what did I have for dinner again last night? And I went, oh, I can't remember, because obviously I hadn't taken her out.
Yeah, the school.
Because the way it works is, you have all my previous memories.
Yeah,
But we develop our own from there,
We do have a wee back and forth text chain where we kind of
In the loop
keep
and
each
stuff.
other up to date on like key things on like a
And that's funny, because
no, that would have been good.
that would have been easy.
Oh, that would have been so easy.
Folks that don't know, we've talked about it before in the podcast. I don't know if you have, but we've talked about it before where I directed a film. This is before your time now. I directed a film called Loop, which
Great film.
snubbed, some might say.
Snubbed.
There's a good story actually, and Aaron doesn't like this week, so I'm not getting into it. But
So you do have this memory.
easy of this. Remember, we were at the Moving Image Arts showcase in Cineworld, and Loop was played in the big screen. And Aaron, who doesn't have a mic today, his film, The Job That Went Wrong, was also played. And we were standing in the foyer after.
Great film as well.
Hey,
you did it really well.
yeah, hey, thank you. No, I really appreciate that. I think there's a few weaker moments of mine in that, but it is still it's it's good. It's a good piece of cinema.
Yeah. It's not like you're Ben Davidson anyway.
Flipping it. We should do a full podcast on that, man. But and some guy came up to me and Aaron in the foyer and said, "Oh, you were robbed," and we were like, right in front of Aaron,
right in front of Aaron's face. It was kind of like, yeah, we were.
That's so
funny. I would have been like, well, yeah, we were.
That's like, so funny to me,
Well, how easy would it have been? Here, I'll put the feelers out now for the folks at home. Loop 2,
because though you could do it. Even a loop reboot, we call it looped, and it's
no, that's taken.
Yeah, true. But you could call it looped, and you could do it's us.
Yeah.
But what we could do, folks, this is how you'll know if we put this podcast out. Looped isn't happening because we've kind of broken the illusion.
The illusion a wee bit.
But if looped is happening, then you'll not see this until after. So.
Do we director's commentary?
Oh, we should start a podcast.
We should.
Well, yeah, we should. I think and I think in terms of stand up, I'm kind of happy where I'm at cruising at the minute. Are you going anywhere in particular? Do you see yourself
stand up wise?
Yeah. Oh my flip! I've just realised. I think I have a gig.
No,
I can stay. No, I can stay for like 5 minutes, but I definitely have a gig.
Ooh, right. Okay. Are we gonna cut the?
No.
Here. Do you want me to No, this is what we're.
Do you know what it is? We are on the same page here. We're on the same page with this. So if you just slither into this seat, and we'll go from there.
And just
give Aaron a mic, and then me and you and Aaron can do. Well, technically me and Aaron, but you and Aaron can just finish the podcast.
Right? Like no one's gonna know this is.
I think it's okay, in that especially the audio listeners, they won't notice a difference.
That's fair.
But to wrap up here before we go to this gig, I think we should do a wee tier list.
Guess what you say? See by the end of the year? Laveries.
You want to be doing Laveries by the end of the year?
I'm going to do Laveries at the end of the year.
I don't think I'm doing Laveries by the end of the year.
I'm going to do it. Put it out there. Daniel B. Houston's doing Laveries.
That's you did something cheeky a while back, and this isn't Laveries related even. I wasn't gonna bring this up for the sake of this. Folks, a while back I got a knock on the door from the police, and he said we have you on CCTV trying to rob Santander, and I said, this will link back to Laveries in a minute, but trying to rob Santander, and right now they show me the footage clear day this bake and now where was I? Uni, and I said, Your Honour, it's a deep fake. Now, did I not know what? I knew well. You're sitting in the front room watching The Office, counting your winnings,
counting the scruples.
So, but that was early days, and I know you're trying to. Basically, what I'm getting is, I know you're trying to write a bit about it, and we've seen it done before. People just get up and do bits on stage that don't really have a punchline. They're just rants because you got caught.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. See if you get up on stage. This is what I tell people. I tell people this. See if you get up on stage and there's no jokes.
Great gig.
And it's just a traumatic. Shout out Kieran Franco. Shout out to the Frankster. If it's just no jokes, just pure trauma dump, no one cares. Tell some jokes.
What are you like?
That's
what are you like?
That's
great. That's good. Well, that is. Well, that's your. You should call you Daniel B. What you see is what you get, Houston. We'll workshop it. It's bad. But before I head on to this gig, I should get going. Any? Well, I suppose you're gonna start. You're gonna do this anyway. Any final thoughts from me? Thank you to Go Barbecue for sponsoring the podcast. Do you want, if you can do the ad read as well?
I'll do the ad read, yeah.
That's how we'll cut in between. If you do the ad read, and we'll go from there. And thanks to you for coming on the podcast. Thanks to me for talking to myself. Thanks to Aaron for producing. And I'm going to get out of here. Thanks very much for doing this for me.
No worries. I'll just take over now.
Yeah, perfect. Cheers, thank you.
Are we good? Are we on? Are we on? Okay. Let's, while we're waiting for here, Aaron, do you want a mic? Well then, yeah, just crawl across the floor and get the XLR then, from that side of the room. While we're waiting for Aaron to do that, I'm gonna tell you a bit about your sponsors for this week. Our sponsors for this week, 𝐿𝙊𝙑𝙀𝑃. Hey man, just sneak across them a bit. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. I know other guys out here forget, the Wild West now. But yeah, I'm going to tell you a bit about our sponsors at 𝐿𝙊𝙑𝙀𝑃. So 𝐿𝙊𝙑𝙀𝑃 offer a wide, what am I talking about? A ride? No, they're not offering a ride. A wide range of barbecues, outdoor heaters, stoves, the whole 9 yards. They are fantastic. We love them. They love us at the Dolecast. If you want to get exclusive, that was very the deed, exclusive discounts, you got to head over to their Instagram page at 𝐿𝙊𝙑𝙀𝐾. And if you're feeling a wee bit crazy, a wee bit like you've two heads, then go over to the Go Barbecue Lad raffles page and enter this week's raffle. Just as we're on that, can you, Aaron, look up what this week's raffle is? And can you check your microphone's working? Just in the off chance it's not. No, it's not. Hey, the more you know. Flick that switch up. We'll have a look. There you go. We're in here. We're in. We are loving it. Ba 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 ba. I take these headphones off. Basically, I don't like wearing them, but the big man does. So we do what he says. But yeah, 𝐿𝙊𝙑𝙀𝐾 have been very good to the boys. So that's why I want to tell you from the horse's mouth what the raffle is. Yeah,
a Gosney dome and stand.
Gosney dome and a stand.
And a stand. It's a.
Are they flipping giving it away?
One of the best pizza markets. Sorry, one of the best pizza ovens on the market, and it's a $2.50 entry ticket.
$2.50.
Yeah. There
are coffees from supermarket chains more expensive than that. From garages, if I was a boxer and I was going for a wee spar.
Can I just say, Gosney pizza oven?
Yeah,
upwards of anywhere from £400 to £1,800.
Serious?
Just depends on.
Now, I will say that is a huge range, like a huge range. But you know what? Fair play to the lads at 𝐿𝙊𝙑𝙀𝐾. We love them. They love us. I'm hoping. Haven't heard from them in a couple of days, but yeah, the bond is as strong as ever. So guys, get over to their page and get purchasing some barbecues. Mate, how have you been? We were both at, as we talked about earlier, we were both at the rugby today.
We were.
The microphone's on the floor and everything. Can I just say something, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
See if you refed the Belfast Royal Academy Wallace High School Danske Bank Schools Cup game.
I'd be looking under my car.
But you know what's mental? School rugby is at that level, right? School rugby's at that level where people take it sometimes more seriously, A, than it needs to be, and B, than they should. And genuinely, if I was that guy, I know his name, I don't want to give it out, just the off chance that there's a few, if there's a few crazy Dolecast listeners out there. But,
tell him Daniel Hughes said
it's a clone, even though I know it's me, but shut up.
Can I just say quickly, I prefer you. I was so glad. I was so glad you were in the stand like near me today, because he was over in the Wallace stand. Because it's a bit of a guess. It's like I have cousins who are twins. It's kind of like you kind of won't tell us who it is until I have to figure it out.
I have a theory that all twins are just clones that are like just gone public, pretty much.
I know, because a lot of people might go like, "Oh, Danny, you just have a secret twin." No, I mean it's a clone, like.
But I feel like because I'm in my 20s now, I think it's harder for me to just come out and be like, "Oh, I have a twin."
Yeah.
So but it also means just especially newborn babies that are twins. Gotta look at the parents there of all twins and go, "What's the crack here? Are you signing up for this program? 2 for the price of 1, is it?"
Yeah.
Behave. Scum. But anyway, yeah, we were both at the game today. Can I just say, to the 15 men on the subs that turned up, not Wallace, BRA, who turned up today. Because we're both, it's no secret, we're both ex-BRA boys.
Yeah, I'm a BRA pupil. I think you're a BRA boy.
I don't know if that's derogatory to me or not.
No, it's derogatory to the school.
You're a BRA boy?
No,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
I
went to BRA.
I went to BRA.
You attended
I'm not an old boy.
school for 7 years.
I did.
I'm
not getting those back.
I went. What?
I'm not getting those back.
I went to an old boys dinner.
Old boy dinner?
An old boy dinner. And was told to shut the F up.
By an old boy?
An old boy. The boys were just doing too much chit chat at the back, like boring ass speeches.
Where was he? Was he just eating one?
He was like 3 tables away. Shut the up.
No, I mean, where did he go?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, where was he?
I don't know. I must have been drafted in for that one.
Fair.
I tell you what it was. It was the day before the first Doctor Who special with David Tennant came out again.
Fair. So Christmas kind of.
Yeah, like November 2023
yeah.
it would have been. So probably just as I was, in the first stages there. But the game today was. I will say this: if you've no dogs in the fight, good game of rugby.
It was a good game of rugby
to watch. Like it was a good game of rugby to watch. If
and the Wallace side were good.
The Wallace side were good. Few big lads.
You big hefty.
Boys.
What are you feeding them?
I said that exact line to Connie. I went, what are they feeding?
They're
are they
kids,
eating
like.
troughs over there? What are they feeding them like? There was a few big lads. There was I don't want to get into it because at what point are you just making fun of school kids? But
I don't think the Dolecast is above that.
I think just a few of the Wallace boys need to look in the mirror and improve how they look. I'm only joking, lads, but also, yeah. You know what? And we both have brothers that were on the teams, and so it's just like one of them was playing for Wallace, and they're reading out the names at the start over the loudspeaker, and you're going. I tell you what, I got emotional.
You even emotional?
I got emotional. I wasn't going my lamps out.
You did say to me you might have cried.
I was like,
all right.
I at the end when I lost, and I saw my brother getting emotional on the pitch. I got a bit emotional because I thought it's not fair. And you know why it's not fair? Because the referee. No, we've discussed this off air. It's and I'm sorry I should who are we, the Red Hand podcast, getting into rugby, getting into the Ulster rugby. I just love Ulster rugby. Do you know what I sound like?
Paisley.
The Ulster rugby in the Kingspan Stadium.
Try.
The referee may be looking over his shoulder for the next 48 hours.
Tell you, if I'm not referee, I'm not going out tonight.
If I'm not referee, I'm not sleeping. I said this to Charlie on my home. I went. So basically, for those that don't know, because you wouldn't.
Where are you looking?
What?
Are you looking at that guy?
No, I was just kind of doing general
okay.
looks. But for those that don't know, BRI lost the Schools Cup there, the semi-final, and I will say there's been a 30-year drought for BRI in terms of that would have been it, reaching the final anyway. And I remember, I thought my dad this morning. My dad was like, just honestly, you go out there sometimes and they just feel invincible.
Much like Invincible on the show, they get beat every game.
They're not. But my heart broke for them. And basically what happened was the wee men inside the ref's head just went, we don't need to use our eyes today. And they flicked them off. Do you know what I mean? They flicked them off. He's walking about staring at nothing. He genuinely, and the linesman as well.
Nothing. Big bald linesman guy.
Sitting there he is.
Rugby.
Yeah, I'm glad you're on camera doing that. I don't know. I just
love rugby.
I just there's guys behind me, just shouting abuse at the ref the whole time. But one of them was directly the linesman. something like, "You bald gimp." You bald Ulster rugby loving gimp.
Kiss your mother that, man.
Kiss your mother that head. But yeah, the ref needed to work with himself, and the guy in front of me as well, as the ref was walking off, was giving him the finger, shouting.
I was giving him the finger.
Were you?
Yeah.
Class. And I just think like, this is what my dad said, and it's like any sport. This isn't compared to the Schools Cup, but also like
people do lose around themselves.
People lose around themselves. Hey, it's the Disneyland effect. People lose the run of themselves, and I think as well. I actually am legitimately going up to 𝐒𝐿 at 5:45 in the morning. By the way,
Really?
I'm gonna
Wait.
kill myself.
Have you been drafted in now?
Yes.
You gonna retake that?
Nope. I am doing it. I am gonna do it because I said no, as in like, I'm going up 5:45 in the morning now.
Suppose he's away.
He's away.
You
I don't know
what time he's gonna get back.
He's like a stray cat, so he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm legitimately doing that. It's just grim.
That is grim.
Like
what time?
Meeting there for 5:45.
5:45 a.m.
Yeah.
Stop.
I'm dead serious.
For the sunrise.
Yeah.
Who's all going for yous?
The 15 of us. It's a 15-man project.
Oh mate, stop.
15 of us traipsing up. And the witching hour.
That's
the witching hour.
At least there's 15 years. You don't know who's about it. 5:45 in the morning. Like
that's it exactly.
The 𝐒𝐿 bandits.
Get the head torch on, like. Be shame if I slipped.
Oh, no.
Well, actually, I mean, it wouldn't have the podcast because _𝐿𝐿_𝑑𝙀 just come and have to do all the episodes. Get on the emails, like. But on the topic of just that game, the great game of Ulster rugby. I think it's like any sport in that if an opportunity is taken away from you and you're like, who's to say, like, so basically what happened was a BRA man was pulled down to the ground without the ball, ref didn't blow it, and basically continued play into the far corner to get it away from whatever the situation was there. They can be like, oh, didn't say whatever. Yeah. Because you're in a blindfold, mate. But I think
Ray Charles ref the match.
What?
Ray Charles over here ref the match.
Ray Charles?
Yeah.
Who's Ray Charles?
Blind out. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back. No.
Is that him?
Ah, he's blind. Like Jamie Foxx playing him. In the movie.
Did he play him?
Won the Oscar for it.
Did he?
2004, Ray.
Is a movie called Ray?
Yeah.
Do you ever get that with biopics? Where it's
independently funded, by the way. No studio.
Really?
Some mega Christian funded it.
Really?
Yeah.
He loves Ray. Do you ever get
Big Ray guy?
Big Ray guy, like. I was like, I mean, who would be the equivalent? Who are we both like mutually fan of that we're just like, you want to just fund the movie on it?
You'd fund what, like a biopic on someone? It has to be someone older than you.
It's like,
Willem Dafoe.
Do you know who it is? Your man, like Granda and Dairy Girls.
Yes.
Ian McElhenney, whatever.
Yeah.
If that's his name. Just go.
We fund that movie.
Man, we're just looking. We just love your stuff, man. Here, speaking of this, do you know who I walked past today? Stevie from Blue Lights.
Mikey McCann?
Michael McCann, yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
What?
Small, yeah.
He was small enough, yeah.
That's him never coming on the podcast.
He was walking his big dog.
Just pick him up.
No, I kind of looked at it like if I was taking a conversion, I would hit it.
You're rogue, man.
Oh, it's a clone, mate. That's what it is. It's me.
Technically, you can't really be cancelled, or Daniel can't really be cancelled for anything you say, though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I can, but it's not.
Because it's a bit like, you ever seen that Gravity Falls episode where Dipper creates a load of himself?
Great episode.
If I ever got my hands on one of those machines, it's over for all you fools. That referee, good luck when you open your door tonight. 40 of me in your kitchen.
Trashing the place.
And I go, so, right.
Do you ever get that? Sorry. If you had 40 clones trashing it, guys, like, you only need like 10, 15, 20 at a push.
Yeah.
Half of the clones don't need to be there. So half of them are probably, like, 2 of them are probably on the TV. Two of them are probably just like eating something out of the fridge. As this guy
and go home early.
Where's the supervisor?
I like the idea, similar to like Despicable Me, under the house.
Yeah.
There is just
Dan cave, like
a Dan cave of just like
Project
500 of them. In the vault. But they're all individually named Dan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not like Keith, Dave, Stuart.
No,
like no,
they're all Dan. They're all identified by a number.
I think you've got Daniel B. Houston, and the rest of them are like Dan 3. 4,
yeah,
5.
well, I am the second. I would say as B. Houston. I
think you got a bit of personality. 100%. Rest of them are minions.
Here, mate, C500. Because we've got there's
The
barely
DNA.
any DNA left. We're going off our one fingernail.
Firing off blanks, like
We're literally firing blanks, and we're at a stage where we're just going. We don't know what
Daniel
we're
Blank
getting.
Houston.
A box. So like basically, I haven't had it much because I'm off doing other quests. But like a box arrived at the house 2 weeks ago with the last one that arrived.
What number was that?
What? Sorry.
What number was it?
We're probably at 445, 46, 47, one of those. And near the
Must
four.
be quite a lot coming in for up to 500.
Well, yeah, like it's. Well, but what happens
Do you
is
get like bulk orders in at some
bulk
point?
sometimes, but it's like a wee egg sack.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why one in like 50 of them bulks is going to be a bit faulty. Like,
Well, put it this way: there's a few write-offs in that, like we're getting. You can
keep
tell
a receipt.
we can tell we're getting to the end of the DNA because I'm opening the boxes up and all of them are and I'm going hello, and you're taking a few minutes to turn off. Yeah. One of them's darker toned than the other, and you're like, what's happening here?
You out in public?
But hey, gets the pass though. Yeah, we're at a stage.
You had any female Daniels?
We
like
had
the Smurfette of Daniel Village.
Oh, flip it, be game over for her, like, down there. Down with those flipping monsters down there. Like.
I haven't seen daylight.
I haven't seen daylight. Some of them haven't. Because some of them sometimes, because obviously, like, if you're getting a bulk order in a 60 big boxes of humans,
yeah,
you're bringing them through the house and you're taking them down to the cave. Or, sorry, bringing them into the set here. And, like, see if I go, I could probably hear that right now. Probably hear me. They're going,
like Batman Forever. He just goes into the.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to do it now because I'll disappear.
Yeah. You could do it to finish the episode.
The wall. Come on here. Come on here. The wall behind here kind of opens up like a wee bookshelf, and the listeners don't really see it because obviously it's off the set of the studio, but off the set. But it's like a wee room, and you take like it's a bit like Severance. Take a wee lift, takes you down, open it up, and a lot of them are up to scratch and doing work. A lot of them are writing new bits. There's different departments. So like some are writing new bits. Yeah. Some
the departments don't mingle.
Some are booking podcast guests.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, some of those boys are on the end of their tether.
I was about to say, that's not the
They're on the end of their tether.
Been checked in on.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, I think we should go down afterwards. Speak to them.
We should have a wee word. Am I the Dr. Nefario of this?
Yeah, yeah. You're down there creating fart guns with the lads. Like, I know. That was a good Nefario. A lot of them are just doing basic thing, building Lego sets, stuff like that.
Yeah, imagine the Lego department takes up a lot of
and
it.
Then the ones, they're giving there's like a wee
play area?
funky monkey soft play area. Yeah. But it's like a big acrylic box.
Yeah,
they can't see, they can't the little shock collars on. We're kind of basically with a monthly meeting of like, what are we doing with these ones? And it's not often the head honcho comes down. You ever seen what do you call it? The Santa Claus?
You say Tim Allen one?
Yeah. Do you know Bernard the elf?
Yep. I
am the Bernard of the Daniel Topia.
Yeah, so you're slightly like
in that, I'm running the admin down the stairs. I'm filling in on podcasts and gigs when we need. Daniel 400. Daniel like 250 onwards. They don't know it. They're never getting sent to a gig. They're too wild. They don't have these. They don't have the. They don't have these bar. What you see is what you will get. Yeah. And a lot of those guys, are just firing stuff out there. You're going, if you said that, you'd be arrested.
I like to imagine on Christmas Day, you send like all the Daniels away.
Well, what I do is I lace a few of them out to the big man.
for help.
Couple of shot color boys.
During the flipping heck, how do you think he gets his slate to fly? But like during, yeah. But it is sort of like there's only so many elves down in the North Pole that it's like, well, you do.
Clones is the next obvious.
Clones are the next big thing.
Listen, legal. There's a third one you could use, but that's been abolished. So,
And there's a lot. Put it this way. Why do you think human trafficking isn't as big as a problem as it used to be? Because the market has been filled by me and the boys. Because we are any defect that arrives at the front door just gets a different stamp on it and sent off again. Have you ever seen Taken?
I haven't, but I might get it.
There's like a scene in Taken where they basically bid on these girls that have been taken hostage. That's obviously very dark. We just kind of free of charge, take what you want.
It's like
there's a lot of
Nuts
people,
Corner Market.
Yes. Oh, flipping
Out of the
Nuts,
back of the
Nuts
boot.
Corner is right.
That's
Nuts Village.
That's great.
Cause it's not as dark as Taken, and the way I'm explaining it's kind of poor. It makes it sound like what the heck's going on down there. A lot of them want a new life. They don't. Don't get me wrong. A lot of boys are happy down there, but there's people who want wide open spaces.
Here, 486.
We should look into a female. We should look into a female one.
I don't know how good of an idea that is.
But here, if it turns up and it's not up to scratch, it's the way to the big farm, like.
The big farm in the sky.
It's easy work. But yeah, I've really let you behind the curtain there. I will say, big layoffs coming. But you know what it is? These clothes cost a fortune. I think they're giving them us free. I don't know whether it's because we did the trial run with me, or whether
kind of say.
I think I've done a major mess up, and we're gonna get a bill one day.
You forgot to cancel the subscription. Are you paying monthly and you don't know? I would check your
account. So we're goosed.
Check your recurring bills
every single.
Check your direct debit because that happens. I was paying for a gym membership for like a year and didn't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm probably paying for 50 clones a month and not realizing that. There is a what do you call it? There is a admin accountant department.
Right.
So I will
get on them. Not that they'd have a clue, to be honest, but get on them.
I'm just sending a text about it. Sorry. Can you check our accounts and if any monthly payments are coming out that are not Netflix, Disney, or Prime? Thanks.
Dan B. Do you sign off as Dan B?
No, what? They just you ever seen Love Island?
Yeah.
Their phone setup is very similar to that. So like it's very limited in like no real social media, no real photos, accounts, whatever it is. So it's more like you get a text from me, you get it, you get a text from me, you can send one back. That's kind of all it can do. So they kind of know what's coming from me. Do you know what I mean? I just called me the N-word. That must have been the Albanian one we got.
He can say it.
He can't say it. But yeah, match today was grim. Like for the boys, that ref turn in your badge. Like definitely, genuinely shocking performance. Like shot like
because you can blame it on the ref, and we have done before. I'll put it this way: when we used to play plenty of games that I thought the ref was throwing it for us. But we went up and shook his hand, and the parents and everyone still applauded and whatever. I've never seen a BRA crowd boo the ref. Never.
Did you see a certain coach, as soon as the match was over, gun straight for the ref?
Really? To talk to him? All right.
Shook his hand and then was going ballistic.
Really?
And I was like, just right.
Yeah.
whole crowd boo. I love that. But
you
he
don't
was
get
smirking.
that.
Did you see him smirking? As he's walking off? No,
check his car, man.
I will say part of that could be down to, oh my goodness, everybody's booing me. And
my goodness, there's about 1,000 people up there that want to
kill me.
I should get out of here.
500 down them stairs.
Yeah.
They're streaming it.
Yeah.
They all farting like brothers at the Kingspan. Get the.
Do you know what's crazy? It's clear as day on the video. It's clear as day.
Well,
you could lose.
I'll let you in the secret, and I'm not giving away my source here because I don't know how top secret this is. Maybe this is common knowledge. A certain staff member was in where the refs were after, and the ref was analysing the video to see if he'd made a mistake. And the words out of his mouth were, "I think I've made a mistake. I might have made a mistake." Something like that. Something about
a bit too far in a few places.
Gone too far in a few places. But there needs to be, we're really going red handed. Ulster Rugby podcast here, but like, there needs to be some sort of like repercussions.
Yeah.
No, that sounds like punishment beating. I don't mean that. I mean more like,
I think the team should get a dig on each. Yeah.
But I genuinely think there should be, there needs to be
I genuinely think turn in your badge and gun, like.
I genuinely think there needs to be some sort of thing.
Because who knows how else he's been refereeing other matches.
That's
like
it. Because do those boys that have worked years to get to that level, those boys in their last year of school who won't get any further because they're done, and it's gone. Like let's say that didn't happen.
But again,
the guy made the break and scored.
Yeah,
and they converted. Yeah, I won the game.
If it was a fair game, and you look back on it a few years and go, "Oh, do you know what? We played well. They were a good side. They were just the better side." Everyone will look at that game and go, "Oh yeah, that ref was awful. You robbed." And
I think it's more difficult because you don't know what would have happened. But
they might not have won. But again, it's the principle of like
the reason the guy grabbed him is because he was through under the posts. Do you know what I mean? Like he was running with no guys ahead in front of it. He probably would have made it if he'd got the ball and continued. Now again, if he got the ball, the guy might still caught him and tackled him. But
the fact that the penalty wasn't given when it was supposed to be given, butterfly effect, blah, 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 blah.
But also, like, you could have just given them a penalty and then they got it overturned anyway and the game's over.
Yeah.
There's no way to know it, but it's about the opportunity.
It's about what's fair.
It's about what's fair and giving the boys the opportunity to go and have a go.
Absolutely.
I might start my own rugby team now. Some of them are in different sports.
You should have everyone versus the shot caller boys.
Oh, the normies via the heap.
Yeah.
The heap. Don't go in there, that's the heap. Just let them. Honestly, I think I could bring down a small country with some of the heap.
They're like super soldiers, like
super soldiers, super. I can't say that word.
Anyway,
but yeah, in terms of gigs. No, I'm not even talking about gigs. I wanted to show. Daniel sent me that video of Trump.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy. This is what
we'll show on slowing this.
This is what flipping heck. This is what we'll finish with. Wait till you see this absolute craziness. I've gone too far. Flip's sake. I think I've gone too far in a few places.
To be fair, trying to keep up with what you guys say on each other must be pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is this real?
Yeah. Trump posted this.
Oh,
yeah.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
What?
500,000 likes.
What are the comments?
First comment. This has to be the most disrespectful and tone deaf thing a president can do. If you've not understood or read the room, a destroyed country with countless women and children is not something to let or poke fun at. Images of you on sun loungers sipping cocktails is so disrespectful. I have no words. The thing is, you didn't have to post this. You didn't care about the perception. This is the worst thing I've seen all year.
I'm a Trump supporter, and what the heck is this?
It's awful.
I'm right wing, and what the hell is
you
this?
have a geriatric 78-year-old man, much like you have with Biden. Get them out.
How many views is that on? 33 million views.
That's crazy.
But I think part of it is as well, like, and it's just good because that video to me kind of proves you can't kind of just post anything, and because a lot of people in there being like, I'm a Trump supporter, and this is crazy.
Trump Gaza. He's gonna be dead, like, by the time anything's fixed.
Trump Gaza #1. Elon Musk sipping cocktails. Him and Trump shirtless. What is their weird, affair they're doing?
I think Elon wants a wee bit.
Man, we know about so many affairs.
And you?
But when I say affair, that could mean like a love affair. That could be
political affair.
So many affairs happening.
Or affairs happening. But mainly we mean love.
What a lot.
Mainly we mean love.
I tell you, I've briefed them all about it as well.
Downstairs? So whenever we're ready to go.
Whenever I'm telling you, honestly, if like, let's say, give me a really small country. Can you look up cities or towns quickly with a population of 500 or less?
500.
And I'll say whether I think we could take them or not before we wrap. I hope Daniel's happy with this.
I have found the perfect candidate. Located in Rome, Italy. It's a spiritual and administrative center of the Catholic Church, boasting a modest 500 people. The Vatican City. You could take down the Vatican City.
I could take it in the Vatican with the people in my basement. The Daniels in my basement. Living in my basement.
And on that bombshell.
Folks, we're going to get out of here. We're going to take the Vatican in the coming weeks and months. That's the sort of thing, man. One day I'll go to the Vatican, and as soon as I step foot, I'll get arrested, and they'll be like, what is it? Like, you made a threat to take us down. I'll be like, with guys that obviously don't exist. I mean, obviously,
Houston Vatican.
Guys that
Trump
obviously.
Gaza and Houston Vatican.
Houston Vatican #1. But yeah, guys, buy tickets for. Sorry, clones glitch. Buy tickets for the B team. I've been very, very Russian there. I'm gonna do Ulster Rugby to finish. Buy tickets for the B team in the Limelight 2 on the 27th of June 2025. Tickets are starting to move, so don't delay. Can the owner of a Volkswagen Polo, registration BYZ659, please return to your vehicle immediately? You're blocking a disabled woman.
Bleeding out. Choose to go.
Who's going to die? Here. No, I'll tell you this off air. I can't. No, I can't. I gotta get back to someone.
Okay.
I myself the game today.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But it may or may not be about a disabled woman. The Dolecast live on the 25th of April, 2025 in the Beehive Bar. Please go and buy your tickets immediately after watching this episode of the Dolecast. Thank you to our sponsors, Go Barbecue Co. That's Great Outdoors Barbecue Co. Thank you to our host of the episode in the first half, Daniel Houston, who is no doubt at a gig dying on his hole. And thank you to our producer behind the camera, Aaron Gurley. And on behalf of everyone here, keep supporting Ulster Rugby. Goodbye.
Dolecast, Dolecast, Dolecast.